welcome to my end of the week recap here for Apple and plan ahead for next week. Earnings managed to close out my 170s at 215, left a lot on the table. Got into these puts because it looked like it was going to fail at the 50 SMA and break down, so I got in 245 out at $3 for a small little move. Caught the lows, got out. Tried to take a long position here off of VWAP, got into 165 calls here, 83, and got out real quick there at 93 for, I don't know, really no reason to get out. These little guys, I didn't even look to see what they went up to, but they went $4 in the money by end of the week. So would have been a very, very nice hold had I done so. Did not, so it is what it is. Today, a little bit of a FOMO trade, went to take a breakout play. Looked like the overall market, E-mini futures, were going to rocket up through this week's highs and continue moving. So I went ahead and got into some 170 call lottos here at 22 cents. Those closed out the day worth zero. End of the day, I tried to take one more trade here, 167.5 calls at 217, just prior support from yesterday. Looked like it was going to do a very similar move as to what happened yesterday. As you can see, move up, took all day to trail down, big move up on the open and trailed down. So didn't want to hold it over the weekend with the way that the S&P 500 was setting up as far as on the daily chart. So just took off the position for a little bit of profit and looking for it to come down, to be honest. So candle right now looks like a potential topping candle. It is a red inverted hammer inside of yesterday's price action. Now on the weekly time frame, we have voided out the bear flag that was there. It looks like we may come back and retest one of these significant levels that we just broke out from. So very strong move on the week. I don't expect it to come all the way back down and retest these lows anytime soon, although it's not impossible. So what I'm looking at doing on Monday is I do have a breakout idea. Anything above 169-ish on strong volume, any kind of catalyst that pushes it above there. If that magical Buffett news comes out that he's increased his stake, I will go ahead and look to take a trade to the long side as far as a gap and go type of play. If that doesn't occur and we come back down, I'll look for 160 to 162.5 calls about a month out in the future, anywhere in between these moving averages. They're all coming together, which means there's a lot of algorithmic buying that should take place at those levels since price action is above it. And we have the 200 moving average somewhere way up above 191, which is a decent little target to go ahead and look forward to. Monthly time frame, good volume here, hammer candle, well, almost a hammer candle, didn't quite close at exact highs, but at least it does imply there's a potential bottom here, and maybe the market has all the negative news priced in for Apple, and we can continue about our business and go back up. So onto the daily time frame again. As I said, good profit target up here for 190 before I really do throw Apple away again. There is a level right here to keep in mind. This little bit of a trend that has developed, we need to retest before anything happens up there. Also, consolidation area here in between 182.5 and 170. So anywhere in here is probably going to be chop, or it may just be a price vacuum where price action runs all the way up to the high side of it. So we'll see what happens next week. I will say if this does break above 170 with these wicks up here, it's a prime candidate for a short squeeze, which it would in turn lift the overall market. So we know how Apple can move the whole market if it does start to get going. Anyways, that's my trade plan for Monday and into next week. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down below. Have a good weekend and good luck on Monday.